Hey all. So it's been 9, 10 hours since I got the absolutely life-changing, miraculous, incredible, mind-boggling news that my cancer's all gone. And I still can't actually wrap my head around it completely, and I keep thinking, it can't be true. Surely it can't be true. They told me it was incurable, and now it's gone. And then I go back to the scan, which I do need to share, and scroll through and double check that there's no blobs of light that used to be lit up. And I took a photo of the scan report that they had and put it into ChatGPT, and I was like, can you just make this into lay English, into simple English? And what it said was this, and I thought this might be helpful for people who might want to hear. It said that this is a PET CT scan comparing your current results to a previous scan from November 2023. It checks for signs of cancer activity in your body. So it's actually, the scan report was checking for Hodgkin's lymphoma and the metastatic thyroid cancer. So it's relevant because of what it says. It says head and neck. Everything looks normal. No enlarged or active lymph nodes, which it was the Hodgkin's. Chest and lungs. No suspicious lung problems or fluid buildup. Previous cancer area in this area. No sign that the cancer has come back. Abdomen. All look normal. No masses or blockages. Lymph nodes in abdomen or pelvis. No abnormal swelling. And then the line which just makes me feel so grateful. Bones. No signs of cancer in the bones. General. No fluid in the abdomen and bowels look normal. Excuse me, I'm tired. It's been an emotionally draining day. Conclusion. Brackets, most important part. There is no evidence that the cancer has returned or present. In simple terms, the scan is reassuring. It didn't find any signs of active cancer anywhere in your body, which is just astonishing and, yeah, mind-blowing. Now, I then asked, so does that mean that there's currently no active cancer in my, does it mean there's currently no active cancer whatsoever in my body, or that the cancer's completely gone, or that it's dormant? And so what it said is that the no evidence of FDG avid disease means that the scan did not detect any areas behaving like active cancer. And then it says that when I asked about does that mean the cancer is completely gone, it says it strongly suggests there's no detectable cancer at this time, where doctors would describe this as no evidence of disease. And so then I asked, could cancer still be there but hidden? It says, yes, but this is the nuance that PETs can't detect very tiny amounts of cancer cells. So it is possible that microscopic cells could remain, which is why follow-up scans and monitoring are standard. Obviously, the bloods are 31, not 0. So it's quite possible that there are tiny, tiny amounts left. But I'll take that. Yeah, definitely take that. And when I was looking up, because I was confused about how it's been 18 months since the radioactive iodine, and that according to what I could find, radioactive iodine is only really active for 3 months and then it's gone. But when I was researching and chatting with ChatGPT, it said how radioactive iodine can damage the radioactive cells, and then what's quite likely is through my healthy living of plant-focused diet and cutting out processed foods and the supplements and the teas and the meditations and the visualizations and the walks, etc., I put my immune system at its best possible level to be able to attack and get rid of the damaged thyroid cells, and miraculously show this. Now, I say a miracle, and I firmly believe that God is a God of miracles. But I also recognise and want to acknowledge the fact that I have a lovely friend and a lovely man that I knew as he was the the brother of my sister-in-law, and he was married to a long-time family friend who both my school mummy friend and this gentleman were huge believers in Jesus and in miracles and in faith, and for whatever reason weren't healed. So I don't want to say that my faith was stronger. I believe my faith was the same as Sam's and Kirsty's, but that for whatever reason, God has allowed me to have the miracle of the cancer being gone. That the combination of the radioactive iodine and the food diet, I should say, and the lifestyle seems to have done the trick. And that also I was lucky to have a very slow moving cancer, whereas the cancers that my friend and my sister-in-law's brother had were an aggressive type. Yeah, cancer sucks. But now 3.5 months later, 3.5 years later, I can joyfully say that I'm not a cancer patient. Wow. Beth beat cancer.